In a candid exchange ahead of a high-stakes meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin, former US President Donald Trump laid out his vision for what would constitute success at the summit, and his primary goal is crystal clear. When asked directly about the measure of success, Trump said, "I can't tell you that. I want to see a ceasefire." He stressed that the push for peace is driven by his own initiative, not external pressure. This is not to do with Europe. Europe's not telling me what to do, but they're going to be involved in the process, obviously, as well, he explained. "I want to see a ceasefire rapidly. I don't know if it's going to be today, but I'm not going to be happy if it's not today. Everyone said it can't be today, but I'm just saying I want the killing to stop. I'm in this to stop the killing." Trump contrasted his approach to that of President Biden, highlighting financial and strategic differences. We're not putting up any money. We're making money. They're buying our weapons and we're sending them to NATO, and NATO is sending us big, beautiful checks. Biden spent $350 billion. He got nothing. Turning to the human cost of war, Trump expressed dismay. They lost last week 7,011 people, 36 people in a town which got hit by a missile, over 7,000 soldiers. It's crazy. Asked about the dynamic of meeting Putin in person, Trump responded with a mix of familiarity and confidence. "He's a smart guy, been doing it for a long time, but so have I. There's a good respect level on both sides. And I think, something's going to come up. And I notice he's bringing a lot of business people from Russia. And that's good. I like that. But they're not doing business until we get the wars out." Trump shifted to highlighting US economic strength under his leadership. "We have the hottest country on earth. We have the hottest economy on earth. We have the hottest company on earth. We have hundreds of billions of dollars falling in from tariffs. 1 year ago, we were dead as a doornail. And he wants a piece of that because his country is not hot economically." He noted that China, too, is struggling, but emphasized his desire for global prosperity. "I want everybody to do well. The war's going to stop, and the killings, and we've got to stop." On the issue of Russian drone attacks in Ukraine the night before the summit, Trump suggested it was a bargaining tactic. "I think they're trying to negotiate. He's trying to set a stage in his mind that helps him make a better deal. It actually hurts him, but in his mind that helps him. Maybe it's just his fabric, his genes, his genetics, but he thinks that gives him strength in negotiating. I think it hurts him, but I'll be talking to him about it." The discussion moved to potential territorial compromises. They'll be discussed, but let Ukraine make that decision, and I think they'll make a proper decision. "I'm not here to negotiate for Ukraine. I'm here to get him at a table," Trump said. He added a pointed reminder of his own tenure. Vladimir Putin wanted to take all of Ukraine. "If I wasn't president, he would right now be taking all of Ukraine, but he's not going to do it." Security guarantees for Ukraine outside of NATO membership were also on the table, along with Europe and other countries, not in the form of NATO, because there are certain things that aren't going to happen, Trump explained. He tied such discussions to progress at the summit. "If we make progress, I would discuss it, because that's one of the things that they would like. They'd like to get a piece of what I've built in terms of the economy." Trump used the moment to once again underscore the US economic revival under his administration. "We were a dead country with our economy. He wouldn't have been interested a year ago with the Biden economy, but he is interested in the Trump economy because we're doing it." He painted a vivid picture of industrial growth. "We have hundreds of factories all over the country, auto factories, AI factories. They're all coming in because they want to beat the tariffs. If they open here, they don't have to pay tariffs. If they don't open here, they have to pay, in some cases, $200. Looking ahead, Trump revealed plans for new tariffs targeting key industries. "I haven't even set some of the tariffs yet. I'll be setting tariffs next week and the week after on steel and on, I would say, chips, just in semiconductors. We'll be setting sometime next week after." He explained the strategy behind tariff rates. "I can have a rate that is going to be lower at the beginning, then that gives them a chance to come in and build, and very high after a certain period of time. And if they don't build here, they have to pay a very high tariff, which doesn't work, so they'll come and build." As the exchange drew to a close, Trump was reminded of his earlier warning to Putin. Asked about consequences if Putin refuses to compromise, he was blunt. "Yes, it will be very severe. I'm not doing this for my health, okay? I don't need it. I'd like to focus on our country, but I'm doing this to save a lot of lives. Yeah, very severe." The remark set the tone for a summit that blends high-stakes diplomacy with hardline economic policy. Trump's approach frames peace not just as a moral imperative, but as a strategic outcome tied to US economic power, one he believes Russia now covets. His language made clear that for him, the war in Ukraine, America's economic resurgence, and his personal rapport with Putin are intertwined threads in the same negotiation tapestry.